Fresh. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mesh Day, full-time footy, the Red Devils and the Jesus followers. New season, still the same as. Yeah, man. What do you have to say on my left, as you know? Devs are the panster. What's up, dog?
We're pushing with 2 forwards. We're back to a 4-4-2.
Ivan Tony suspended.
But now, man, we're back again. Another season, fresh season. A lot has happened in pre-season. A lot has happened in the previous season. Looking forward to the season, man. I think it's going to be a great season. Last season, obviously, Manchester added another treble holder, so we're proper. We're nice with Manchester.
On the touchline, Mr. Is truly Todd Bowley back.
We are back, but not yet back.
Yeah?
Slowly but surely.
Just put your mic closer.
It's going to be a promising season.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can say. It's going to be a promising season. I'm not one to talk about these building things, but it's a good start.
It's a good start. Just make sure your mic is closer then.
For the first time you're building there as Chelsea.
Not really. It's just that it was. You have to build, but I would build first.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most biased podcast in the land. We are back full force. Yeah, man.
Just a first disclaimer, you don't want to hear any more comments about our biasness, guys. When you come here, it's the most biased podcast in the land. If you want to also come give your biased opinion, come through.
You're free to do
You're free to do so.
That's the disclaimer.
Touch us in the comments if you think we're too biased, but we don't care.
Yeah, we don't. Don't really care.
It's not news.
I mean, we're not coming, so we just
news, yeah.
But yeah, so just to wrap up, last season you've already touched on the treble winners, Manchester City. We do have a treble in Manchester, yes. And then what else do you want to talk about? Let's say top 6 predictions. Transfer window as well. Do you want to touch on that?
Yeah. There's some interesting transfers there.
Okay. Banyana
did us proud, man, as a nation. It's funny that we're recording this on Women's Day as well.
Oh, shout out to Banyana. Banyana. And if I win AFCON this year.
So they also won the AFCON. They've been making us proud, in fact. And then we'll talk about that. We'll talk about announcements for what we're planning for the season.
Yeah.
FPL is still coming back strong. I don't even know how FPL ended. Do you remember?
I do remember. I was not in the top 6.
You weren't.
I was not.
Now I remember he fell off towards the end. As Arsenaling is
there. It's like Chelsea. They don't even remember which position Chelsea finished.
It doesn't matter.
I know it's bottom half.
I think what matters is they survived. For the first time in Chelsea were just saying, man, we just survived. So it's proper things. It's a good season to look forward to. I think they can come back. It's just that throwback kit of theirs, I know.
With no sponsor. On some golden arrows.
That one. I saw at some point they weren't even printing the shirt number, the names of the players on the.
You don't need a sponsor, we have Saudi money. We have Saudis.
Which one? Todd.
No, the Saudis are backing Todd. That's how we sold so many players.
Oh,
we have Saudi connections. Don't need a sponsor.
Hey, but man.
Yeah. Let's start with Banyana.
Hey, man, like.
How was the World Cup? How was the World Cup for you? The FIFA Women's World Cup.
I think there's just some subtle things, man. Like, it's obviously my first female World Cup that I've like properly followed. You know? Like, I know the teams, I know some of the players, and actually, if you look at like just the progression of female football, like in general, we're starting to pay more attention. Useskari's James Ukona,
Lauren James.
You know those players
with anger issues.
But I mean, big ups to Banyana. I think technically and tactically they play ball like they're ballers, dog. I must give them that. And Desiree Ellis is a coach, man. Like I know people are mad about what she did to Dlamini, the goalkeeper, and benching her. But like, if I would pay more attention to like her technical ability and how she places the team, how she structures the team for different games. Because if you look at the last game in the group stages and how she just structured the team, like she changed it up. She can play Khatlana as a main man forward. Sometimes she can put Hilda and Mutlalo in the front. For me it was just watching the beauty of the technical ability of the coach to read the game, to see where the game is going. Unfortunately, to an extent, the players as well, for me, didn't realize like the technical ability, the decision making of the players. Sometimes I questioned it in the game, but that's football. You come back, So I think overall the girls did proper, man. Bafana could never face a second-ranked team.
Don't bring Bafana.
No, don't bring Bafana.
Don't bring Bafana. It's Women's Day.
Let's leave it there. Yeah. But like, you need to see the merits of it. Sweden is second placed in the world.
And went toe to toe with them.
They went toe to toe with them until the last minute.
Yeah.
And then you look at the other games, every other team, we are placed 54th in the world. There's no team there in our league or in our group or which we faced that was not placed at least above 30.
And that is true.
Actually, yeah, when you look at it, you're like, flip, this is insane, man.
And you also don't have an internal league.
You see, and all those players that we've played probably have an internal female league, a female super league, or a women's super league. Man, Sweden is insane of it. Just, you saw what they did to the other teams they faced. They demolished, they dealt with them. They almost reminded me of Germany in their glory days. Germany dealt with Brazil. I will never forget that.
Mr. Estrud, what did
you think of it?
Yeah, I didn't, to be honest, I wasn't really following.
You were working hard.
I was working hard. I wasn't really following. It was just only Banyana. I think I only watched the last game, only one match of Banyana, the match they won. And,
were you not supposed to pay work then?
Yeah, I was at work. But then, no one will tell my employer.
What if your employer is watching? Shout out to employer.
I'm coming tomorrow. But yeah, I think it's a great thing for South African football, if I may say, because we can't rely on our guys, so we can rely on our women now. I think it's a big step forward with South African women football, and if we got into the last 16 this season, it's a great building block. Now we can build on it, man. We can at least something. We can't always be relying on rugby to have achievements.
Hey man,
if you already won the AFCON, so it's only fair that you progress in the World Cup.
But also if you look at it now, they're like last 8, and there's no African countries though. All of it, and that just shows you we still have a long way to go as African football.
That is also a wake-up call for SAFA. Maybe let's create an wake-up call.
But in fact, like all the drama that unfolded, in fact, what was the drama with Danny Jordan? Like, what did they say about him?
I'm not sure. I don't know the background of the story, but the ladies were not happy. That's what I saw.
But at least they're getting 1.7 meter each now.
Are they? But they must Safa must do right by them, man. Safa, eh? But who do you think is going to win the Women's World Cup?
The Women's World Cup.
Yeah. I think
England are chancers, dog. English teams, chancers, dog. Chances of note. Like, I think it's gonna go down to Sweden if they're not out. I think Sweden. I've seen the Japanese team. Japanese team, you're like.
I saw this other penalty. Who was that lady who hit that penalty? Was she English?
The one who missed?
No, she didn't miss. She just did one step and then
Why Shy? Or I think it was Bright or someone.
Yeah,
it was
no, but
in the penalty English.
Yeah.
The Shy.
Oh, it was a good penalty.
I know. It was but hey, the first few penalties in that game, but I was like, this can't be like. I don't know what of it. Like the female penalty takers are poor, dog. But then the quality comes out. I think it's the nerves in the initial phases, and then the quality comes out. Like that shootout of England and Nigeria, it was proper. And like at the end, the first 2 kicks are not so well. But otherwise, I think Sweden should take it. They beat the US, did they? I think they didn't play the US. I forgot who they played, but Sweden is good. I think they were second. Actually, they ranked number 2 in the world, but they were runners up last year as well in the last World Cup. So to go against a team like that,
no.
So I think they should take it, man.
Just true. Do you have any information?
Nah.
Okay.
I don't have any information.
I also don't. I can't predict. I've watched the Banyana games. The very first game I was disappointed because I woke up early in the morning. I was playing at 7 a.m. and it looks like but it was a good game, but it just ruined my day on a Sunday. But other than that, I have not really been following the tournament as a whole. I know the good teams, can't really say who's going to win it. Let's watch and see.
Yeah, it's gonna be just interesting to watch. But also those hours they watch the game at it's ungodly hours. Those ones.
4 a.m.
Hi, man.
The employer is wanting you.
Treble
winners. Treble winners.
What can we say, man?
Wanna go there? Treble winners.
Like I said on this platform. Now I'm not about pep talk of it because, but I think that man, it was necessary for him to do it. It was necessary. I'm not a fan of City. I'll never like them. But I'm a fan of. There's always one of the nice thing about football is always the story, man. Like when I watched him and Gundogan, like saying, "Man, we did it," and you like, and you start to hear the background story. Vele Gundogan is the first player this man bought, and you must understand when this man was coming from City, he was coming from Bayern.
He was coming from He
was coming from Bayern, where probably he had coached a team that had to go against Gundogan. So he saw how good it was. He decided to bring him to City. Yeah,
interesting story on that. So I read somewhere that when Pep Guardiola was still at Bayern, season before he left, they were interested in Gundo. And then in January, they pulled out. Bayern pulled out. They just said, we're no longer interested. Yeah, and then he went to City. Then the first player he bought was Gundo, and he was injured even when he bought him. So
another thing is just that you see he was injured. He still brought him on. Like the thing is, you see very few coaches in modern football who are invested in which player they want to bring into the team. Some of them are not even given that freedom or luxury to choose. Chelsea's prime example of that. they just buy players without consulting the coach.
Yeah, I think the only
there's never a stable coach to consult in any case.
But I bet if you buy a weak manager, they won't ever say.
No,
but the only manager who puts his own players was Mourinho.
Because it's Mourinho.
Because it's Mourinho. But also, how do you then expect that player to go and compete? That coach to go and compete?
I think if you're the coach, that's what you sign on. I mean, that's the agreement that's...
Yeah, which means those people, some of them sign up agreements as coaches.
Because they're pub coaches.
That's what I'm saying. It tells you the story and the character of Pep.
Yeah, because he wants to be in charge.
For me, that's it. It's the story of Pep.
So you're
not so much the story of City, but it's the story of Pep as a coach.
So what are we saying? Are we giving City or Pep the flowers? Let's give them both.
Ish.
I mean,
let's give them both.
Let's give them both.
I think they deserve it.
Because to win your first Champions League and you win a treble, I mean, Arsenal are still dreaming. If you have to win your first Champions League and it's a treble, I mean, come on.
Yeah, man.
Come on. It was just a good story.
Oh, yeah, it was a proper story, man.
But Banga,
is it the best? Is it the best season to do it though?
In terms of,
I don't want, and people say we always want to bring United versus City in this treble conversation, but I'm gonna do it. Nah. Remember when we won it? Our story was just greater.
Yeah.
We grinded that, like, but also they grinded it out. If you look at Champions League, there's games which they had to really grind out.
Yeah, if you win a treble, it's a special season. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, ne?
Also, they took the treble from United, so we could have been the one to stop them, but then...
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean,
there's no sweeter story.
Yeah, there's no sweeter story. They denied us 2 trophies, and in that, they got the treble, and they got their first Champions League. I mean, it's a beautiful story.
It's a beautiful story, man.
Yeah, it's...
Did any of us see it coming when the season started?
They made sure London remains blue. It's a great story.
Oh, okay.
They would have survived. That's not winning the league.
Adios!
Shout out to our boy.
I think he'll be back soon. So,
yeah, he should be back. Yeah, he should be back.
Then, but shout out to the treble winners. I think that's the only.
Yeah, that's the only. It's a good story.
Couldn't fit yellow is the color today. I see on the pod. I'm segueing, but yellow is the color today.
No, it's Masanda this side.
It's cozy there.
Oh, actually, that's the fixture today.
It's BVB.
Yeah. Hey, pet luggage. Just arrived.
We just arrived.
Hey, I don't want to say much about cozy.
Love and peace.
It's love and peace.
They don't deserve our time.
But see our time because
So let's now get into next season. Hey, I didn't see the one coming, the treble. Honestly, I didn't see it coming. But Haaland was brought in for that. Also him. Shout out, you get brought in for that. You do the job clean. Bonus.
Yeah.
I know. I know.
Job.
Breaking records in your first season.
I remember he scored his first hat-trick, probably scored it against Manchester United, if I recall. But against United, it did score a hat-trick. In that 6-3 defeat.
That's 6-3.
Yeah, so that is very big. It's just that he was playing for City. I mean,
and
when was the last time you saw a trade?
I'm sure people are busy calling him the tap-in key. But you need to be there. That's what I'm saying. You need to be there and you need to know what to do when you get to that tap-in.
I don't mind.
I mean, Chelsea players miss tap-ins every day. Like it's.
Too much people are seeing those players in their teams. Why was I suffering?
I know when you're starting. But let's start there since we want to talk about pre-season.
Yeah.
I think nothing will be bigger than the Chelsea Exodus. Or must we call it a clearance sale?
Yeah, it's cheap.
Buy one, get one free.
But it wasn't a clearance sale because they weren't that cheap.
No, they weren't that cheap, but to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, but to Chelsea it's fine.
No, but
you get your money that you pay. It's maybe you make a loss of 5 million, 10 million. It's okay.
But it was a good clear out. It's been a long time since I've seen, because when all these players for Chelsea signed these big contracts last season, I asked myself, how are they going to offload these players? Mendy, Koulibaly, they just signed him.
Yeah,
I was wondering, then they just offloaded them in one season.
Only Sterling left now. There are rumors that Tuchel wants him there. Please,
let's actually look. I see transfer out here. I'll read the players that are gone. Right. N'Golo Kante, first boy. How much did it?
That's the only bad move.
No, I think the only bad move for Chelsea, I would probably call Kovacic.
Oh, that's two bad moves.
No, so, but I mean, it's a. Their story is done, man, at Chelsea, man. Like, okay, let me go through the list. N'Golo Kante.
Yeah, Saudi.
Dajan Sterling. I don't even know what the fuck.
Dajan Sterling. They saw the wrong Sterling.
Yeah, it's the wrong one.
Khalidou Koulibaly.
Saudi.
Kovacic.
Okay, City.
Mendy.
Saudi.
Kai Havertz.
65 million.
Another first nine.
False.
Look, Jitanga to King Kai. He reminds me of King Kai got Dragon Ball Z. But
there was good business.
Yeah, it was good business.
That was dirty business.
That's very good business.
But do you want to add a dirty laundry, man? Like, okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
AC Milan.
Yeah, AC Milan. I think also there's another Chelsea player that went to AC Milan.
Went to Milan as well.
Is it Ross Barkley?
No.
I don't even know where Ross Barkley is Chelsea's player. I don't know.
Or is it Pulisic?
Pulisic went to Milan.
Yeah.
Pulisic is gone.
All of the Chelsea players are gone. Who are they playing with this season?
Mason
Interesting.
Mount is gone. Cesar.
Good business as
Oh,
well.
Mason.
Number 7. See.
I can already imagine at Old Trafford.
See.
See. I can already imagine at Old Trafford when the pressure is mounting up. It's Chelsea. It's Chelsea against Man United. The blue versus the Red Devils. I'm telling you. They'll be saying Le Boo to Mount. I'm telling you. That time you'll be running the midfield.
I don't see how that's going to happen, but
They'll
go
be
on.
running, yes.
You'll be running. Yeah.
Go on.
Fofana is out. Fofana needed
No, he's on loan.
But he's on loan.
Which Fofana?
No,
Not the
the
one who's
striker,
injured?
the young
David.
striker.
Oh.
Pulisic is out. Ampadi is out. Hutchinson is on loan. Pierre-Emerick No, he's our fellow African brother. This man is just there for the money. Aye. This man is one of those people you thought he was gonna amara.
He made wrong decisions.
Yeah.
Let's
be honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Arteta made the right decision.
But that's it, man. That's it, man.
Yeah, only Lukaku and Sterling left now. And kept.
Any big transfer?
Big transfer in.
No, not for Chelsea. Let's enjoy.
Let's talk about this, Mfethu. Are you happy with the Mount out?
Yes. In terms of the player didn't want to be there anymore, it's fine.
Yeah,
but the boyhood dream.
No, I don't care. But you see, this thing is like Lampard coaching Chelsea. People want fun. If it's not working, it's not working.
Bring the person who's gonna do the job.
Yeah, we need someone who's
Boyhood
gonna
club.
play.
Fuck that shit.
You're lying. Rashford.
I also don't care. If Rashford is not performing, I cannot cling on to
But
Rashford
it's
just
not like
because of
Mount
that.
wasn't performing.
He was not playing and
That's
he
the
didn't
thing.
want to be
He's
there.
not the most crucial player in terms of how he was behaving, because he got a contract offer from Chelsea. He got one. I think the difference between the Chelsea offer and the Man U one is what, 50k.
Yeah, he just didn't
And then
want to be
he
there.
took the Man U
But
one.
that's
It's
because
fine.
I'll tell you what. This is because they showed him the character of who they are. Like in the sense of like Lomjita, they brought in these new players on big contracts, right? He's been there at the club.
But that's being
Man,
greedy.
he wants to be there alone.
That's being greedy then. If we're signing
Boy, Rhys James extended. Our academy players, Bob, Levi Colwill, Chaloba, everyone
Colwill
extended. It's only Mount was the
the
problem.
boy boyhood dream there is
They're all they've been there since 6-7 years old, all of them, and they extended.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
the
I think
problem.
I think he just bought the philosophy or bought to the project that Ten Hag sold him personally.
Yeah, which is fine.
But you see that thing again about coaches who go out and say, "This is the philosophy. I'm gonna make sure you stay. I'm gonna offer you this is. I'm gonna not offer him the C jersey.
I think we must move on from that thing.
No, you know in what sense? We didn't bring in Mount to score goals. He's not gonna tally like on the charts, on the stats. He's not gonna hit. Also, was he worth 60 million in your opinion?
I think yeah.
The market is rigged now.
Yeah, I think in this today's market, I think is 60 million.
I mean, considering he's an English player, so you've heard that thing of like English players in general are expensive, because the FA says you need to at least have a certain amount of English players in your
the
team,
squad.
Yeah.
right? And granted, given that players of either Mount caliber or just bowlers who are English are not a lot, it's like they're a scarce resource, boy.
No, everyone is expensive. It's not even. I understand.
I think yes, in general, football has gotten expensive, but the premiums people are paying for English players, boy.
That's the English tax.
That's
The
English
premiums
tax.
that English teams pay for English players, to be specific.
No, that's because they want them there, and because the FA is saying you need to at least have a certain amount of of English players, and you can't go and get a pop one and just bench him the whole season.
But no one wants Maguire though.
They made an offer for him for 30 million, dog.
It's not leaving.
They want Scott and Maguire for 30 million, dog.
Boy, where have you seen a combined team?
I told you, no,
60 million combined.
we are the first team to run a buy one get one.
You decide who's worth 40, who's worth 20, or both of them are worth 30.
But apparently it was a split down the middle, and we said no to Scott for 30 million.
Yeah, I think it's fine, man. As long as we can.
But sharp. So we get Mount for. Okay, so I'm gonna say this now, ne?
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest thing. So I'm already picturing at Arsenal there, right? And gents, this is another big moment for me. Peter Drury is back, gents. He's working for Sky Sports. When I saw it, he's back for Sky Sports now, Peter Drury. I can already imagine, boy, Rob holding the ball for Arsenal, boy. I'm telling you, Ramsdale passes him. Rob Holding running there. He passes Ben White, boy. And then they pass Declan Rice, boy.
He's going to cook.
I'm telling you.
Going to cook.
It's going to the rice, ne?
Yeah, it's going to cook. No,
the rice will be cooking. But I can already imagine Peter Drury there saying, Ramsdale, Holding, white rice.
But let's complete the transfers.
Hey.
Who is the biggest transfer
Declan.
story?
Declan.
Let's say, because we're recording now, okay, so far, yeah. Or that you foresee upcoming.
Or upcoming, apart from the ones that have already happened.
Okay. Based on what you've seen and what you anticipate is still to come. So, for example, if you think...
It depends on your team, on your club. Like,
just in general, not for your club specifically.
I think Ambarat is big for United. I said it.
It's going to be a start.
Yeah.
He slots 3
Mount, yeah.
Varane out.
Yeah?
He's a midfielder.
Yeah, he's a DM.
Yeah, so he's not going to...
It's going to play double pivot with Casemiro. Casemiro is there.
So double pivot with him.
Yeah.
And Bruno is the only creative.
Bruno's number 10.
But Amrabat, does he have the legs?
Amrabat is too good, man.
Hey,
if you didn't watch him in the World Cup,
anyone who has legs.
Amrabat is the definition of tenacity. It's tenacious.
He was running that Moroccan.
And he can also play the Casemiro role if Casemiro gets a red card, because I know it's coming.
Yeah,
but I think it's the biggest one.
So for me, I think the emphasis on football, right, for me on midfielders is huge now, right? But we're not paying a lot of emphasis on our back line. I think that's another issue. So if you look at all the teams in the top 6, and we'll get to the top 6 now, but like if you look at them, they have a solid pairing for their centre back.
I think we do have a solid pairing.
Varane.
Yes.
Varane and Lisandro.
And Lisandro. The thing is, you don't have backup to that. That's the problem.
And
but
we saw Varane is prone to injury.
Yes.
So we don't have a good... Lindelof tries.
But
even
it's not
that short
Varane.
pairing was good.
Yeah, but it's not Varane, and sure he's not a centre back. So
Amara, he tried.
Yeah, he tries. But what I'm saying is that our centre back pairing, I'm talking about United now. It's good to start with, but you need.
It's not gonna take. It's not a winning centre back.
It is a winning. It is a good centre back pairing,
it's
but
not a winning one. It's not going to take us to the next level.
You need a backup.
That's what I'm saying.
You need a backup.
That's what I'm saying. You need to be spoiled for options.
Yes.
But you also need to play a solid one.
Yes.
Every time.
Yes.
But Varane, for me, the way he's prone to injuries, if any other solid centre-back comes in, I'd rather bench Varane.
And play him
when
we
as
need to.
As a sub.
Okay, yeah.
You get what I mean?
I'd rather play him in the games that we need, like the main games. Then when you rest, you need to rest him. But when you rest him, don't rest him for a weaker centre back. That's what I mean.
But do you think Lindelof is good enough? It's decent.
I think it's decent, but it's not a Varane.
It's difficult to have a backup centre back that is close to good to the main centre back.
Manchester City
without.
City spoiled for
What to Pep? He
City spoiled for
maneuvers around that lineup. He can play 4 centre backs without.
But those
Then
centre
being-
backs,
But he has that
but
form. That's
those
the
centre
thing.
backs, you can argue that they are not far off each other in terms of
They are
quality.
not. But if you
Exactly.
play them same time,
So he's spoiled
like
for
without
options.
Yeah.
having a flat back four,
Yeah, so
you can twist the system. If you want to,
in fact, he has a lot. He has a lot. He's spoiled for choice.
And-
Now you sign who? Gabriel.
Yeah, and he doesn't have full backs, so he's left the full back thing.
He's
He doesn't
left
have
back.
full
You
backs
see?
anymore.
He's left them.
That's why he has a lot of centre backs.
But okay, let's go back because I think Rice for me.
Yeah, I also think Declan Rice.
Yeah.
Yo,
Game changer for Arsenal. And I think also game changer because they managed to keep Thomas Partey.
Thomas Partey.
I was going to be worried if they let go of Chaga, they let go of Thomas Partey.
Yeah.
No, Arsenal is going to cook in the midfield. It's going to be scary.
And
but
all you
not
got
for
is a
them.
ball out
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that boy.
Yeah. And Arsenal.
But okay, so the Arsenal, they hadn't made any big. But their transfer window was pop, man.
It was not bad.
No, they just bought Declan Rice.
But
And
remember,
Havertz.
Arsenal had already bought players in January.
Okay.
They bought that defender. Who's that defender? Kiwi.
QVO.
Yeah, QVO. They bought
Oh,
him,
yeah,
so
yeah.
they have a backup centre back now.
Oh yeah, no, they're proper.
And they had already bought Jorginho, so they already have Jorginho there in that midfield.
I have QVO and Saliba played together because I saw.
I have not
Dog.
seen them, but that's the option that they have also.
Okay.
And Saliba is back. You see how gliding.
Let's not talk about other teams actually. Let's
Yeah.
talk to men. Let's talk about. Oh, Luton is back. Luton Town. I'm telling you.
They're going back. Those ones.
Not for long.
But let's go to Man U, dog.
Yeah?
Released Ethan Galbraith. This boy, I think we shouldn't have released him. He's a young boy, top baller.
I don't care about young boys now.
Oh, okay. Phil Jones.
I was still a player.
Phil Jones is gone.
Which team bought Phil Jones?
No, he's a free agent, man. All of the players we released, you must understand how much dead weight we carry. Like, there's 8 or 9 players we released as free agents.
Now you don't believe one man.
No, let me lead you to the list. Axel Twanze, gone.
Mm-hmm.
These are small boys.
But
Okay.
all of these
David
players,
De Gea, free agent still.
hey, they did him dirty, David De Gea. But I
But we
think,
didn't. I think we shouldn't have. But he wasn't gonna allow to be a second best.
yeah, but I just think that's being ruthless. Unfortunately, that's
have
how
to.
it. Yeah, that's how it works. But
And-
it's
and
just.
he's on too many wages.
Yeah, it's too much wages. But it's bugging me how it's easier to let go of De Gea. Yes, Mhlampe, it was end of contract. But it's very hard to get rid of the real players that are dead wood.
Who's Deadwood?
Maguire is one. How is
thing
it hard to sell Harry Maguire?
Thing is, it's hard because he hasn't played no one sees him. Like
So
no one wants him.
So should we keep him? If no one
Is
wants
he
him,
on
should we
high
keep him?
wages?
Yeah,
Like super insane high wages.
he's on 200.
A week.
Yeah, he's on
Plus.
200, and West Ham can only cover 100 when he goes there.
So
So,
let's take him out on a transfer. On a
Going
loan.
anyway.
Let's
but that's
loan
the
him.
thing. You only loan players that there is no reason to loan Maguire. There's just no reason. He must go.
No, but at least someone else pays his wages.
But
Yeah, it's
And
fine
then
that
you give him
team.
game time, and then you give him. West Ham will freely take him on a loan.
200 and cover all his wages.
no,
No,
they
they
will
will
cover,
probably cover
so we'll
100
cover
or
100. I mean,
150.
now we were covering 100 for
But
Maguire.
it's fine because we don't play him in any case. It's like for us.
Other than us doing that, I'd rather keep him as a 4th or 5th centre back because I know he won't play. Other than, 'cause he's
But
still-
what's the point? Because I'm saying he needs hours for people to see him so we can sell him, so his value can go up a bit.
It doesn't. I don't really mind as long as he's not going to play. That
Okay.
man is not there. It's not
Okay.
mine as well.
No,
So
we sold Zidane Iqbal. Do you care?
for
the boy,
for
the-
for 1 million thing.
Mana,
Where have you seen that shit?
and that boy is a boy. Okay, but
It's
it's
this
fine.
bad business. bad
No,
business.
but we got Alex Telles is Anthony Alanga. Was it a good move?
Yeah, he had to move on, but we sold him for how many? 12.
I don't
Yeah.
tell you no.
Yeah, but yeah.
I'll tell you now. I'm out of the boy. Guys, leave the boy, man.
Anthony
He was-
Alanga.
Okay, Mara, he wasn't. He's not United.
Hey, everyone is cleaned in the top 6. Eh?
Yeah, other than United. But yeah,
No,
man.
we have, man. Who still needs to go?
Maguire.
What's Fred? Yes, needs to
No,
go.
guys, now I see Fred still in our squad.
You want Fred and Amrabat? How is that going to work out?
No. Obviously,
Just look at the midfield.
I'm saying with the amount of games we have
But
coming.
but let's be real, gents. If you look at Liverpool have let go of Henderson. They have let go of Fabinho. And Fabinho, as finished as he was, he will walk into that United team. He will walk in. Henderson as well, he will walk into that United team. They have let go of those players. We want to keep Fred, really.
Let's go to top 6.
Yeah, let's go to top 6.
Let's
wrap it up with top 6.
Happy Barnes is at Newcastle. Right? But no one cares.
Yeah. So moving on.
Let's see. Okay, there's nothing more. I think Tottenham might come back.
To what? Top 6?
Ish.
Okay, let me start with you, yours truly.
Yeah.
This man still doing some research there. Who's your number 6 and number 5?
Number 6 and 5. 6. I have a close one between Newcastle and Aston Villa.
Say one.
And I chose Aston Villa.
Okay.
Eh?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Number 5, Klopp. You walk alone.
Europa game.
Number 5 again. The only reason Liverpool is number 5
because
ball. Because I wanted to fit in this number 4.
Okay, no,
And
that's
you already
fine.
know it's the most bad podcast on the
Okay, no,
land.
it's fine. Leave it at number 5. Number 6 and number 5. Who's missing out on the top 6? On the top 4, basically. Number 6 and number 5.
Ish. I think Chelsea.
Number 6.
Number 6
5
or
is
5.
number 6. I don't care which.
Okay.
Europa League.
Okay, the other
I
one.
think Chelsea. I'm torn whether Newcastle makes it into. But Chelsea just bought Robert Sanchez, though.
So they're going to be what? Number 5?
Yeah.
So who is number 5? Who is number 6? That's what I'm trying to
I
get.
think. Let's say number 4 and number 5 for me.
No, number 5, number 6. We're coming to the top 4.
I'm undecided. That's what I'm saying. I'm undecided between 4 and 5. Who creeps in?
Okay, say number 5 here.
Between Liverpool and Newcastle. I don't know who creeps into that top 4.
Between Liverpool and Newcastle?
Yeah.
The disrespect of Newcastle. No, I think, okay, it's fine. We can go to the top 4. But I just wanted to gauge who's outside the top 4, because that says a lot about who is in the top 4.
But that one is not. You'll see, it's very common there. Like top 3.
Okay.
We know it's fixed.
I know, not
You think so?
I think, okay, I would say my number 6 and number 5. Number 6 is Spurs. Number 5 is going to be Chelsea.
Number?
Number 6 is Spurs. Number 5
Chelsea.
Why do you guys trust Chelsea so much? Who do we have, team? No one.
Okay.
And then number 4?
I'll read shuffles.
Yeah, number 5 and number 6.
Number 6 and number 5 from Sheffield.
Yeah.
It's Newcastle and Chelsea.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Tottenham doesn't.
I think Tottenham is big. Let's start there. I think Tottenham is big, but I think the reason Tottenham, Aston Villa, and don't forget Brighton. Tottenham and Aston Villa. They're good teams last season, but they also creeped into those positions because
other teams fell off.
The teams that were supposed to be there fell off. I mean, if Liverpool comes back and if Spurs can put on a show, and like the top 6 that we used to, they won't be in there. And Newcastle, for me, unfortunately, they're missing out completely on the top 6.
For you, they're not in your top 6.
None of these small teams is in the top 6.
For you?
For me. It's set to be Spurs and Chelsea. Then none of them, they get into my top 4. Because, I mean, the big boys are back. Unless they are not back, the club boys.
Okay, number 4. Like I already said my number 4. It's either Newcastle or Liverpool.
We are not saying you're not saying anything. It's either number 5 is either.
Okay. I said
number
number 6. I said
Newcastle.
What did I say? Number 6.
You said between Newcastle and Liverpool.
No, that's number 5 and 4.
Oh, that's Chelsea. You said Chelsea.
Chelsea's number 6.
Okay.
And
number
then
5.
number 4 and 5, I said Liverpool and Newcastle.
But we want to know. No, but
okay.
Who is missing out
Liverpool
of the top
is
4?
a big club.
Yeah.
I'd say Newcastle number 5.
Okay. Fair enough.
They're not gonna survive that thing of playing in the Champions League and playing in the league, unless they just decide to drop one. So I think Liverpool will creep into 4.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Number 4, probably give it to Liverpool as well. Yeah.
You?
Me?
Liverpool.
Did I give it to Liverpool?
Yeah, you just said Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool.
And you?
Initially, I had Man U at number 4, and then Nkuku just got injured until January, and then I have Chelsea now at number 4.
Oh.
Okay.
Ish.
And then number 3.
Number 3, I have Man U.
Nkungu.
Yeah,
I also have menu at number 3.
Shuffle as menu.
Yeah, and Shuffle's number
I have Arsenal.
At number 3. Interesting.
number 3.
I have Arsenal at number 3.
Yeah,
Number 2.
Keep the hope alive.
Okay, let's not talk about number 2. Let's talk about the champions.
Yeah, because either way, we know.
Yeah.
Everyone is City.
I mean, I don't see anyone dethroning City. As
Liverpool
painful as
is
it is.
Shuffle is
No. They
Pep
didn't learn their lesson. You know why? I'm saying they didn't learn their lesson. Because beginning of the season, they never thought Arsenal would win that thing.
Yeah.
Until, like, 3 quarters, that 200 days.
Then
And then they started
Yeah.
saying, we're winning. 30 days. It took 30 days, 30-something days.
This season. They're going to claim the number 1 spots, and then again, you're like, we believe.
But okay, for me, it's going to be United at number 2. I'm saying that now. I'm recording that decision now.
Danko.
I'm the only one who said United is going to be 2.
But number 2, you can't brag about number 2, man.
It's the first to lose.
Yeah.
No,
But it's
but
a solid
over
prediction.
Arsenal.
Yeah, it's a no.
Over Arsenal.
So
It's an uphill one, but I think we'll beat Arsenal.
now I think Arsenal is going to be number 2. But I have an interesting. So in 2000 and I can't remember the exact year, but Leicester City won the Community Shield. Then they finished outside the top 6. Liverpool, they also won the Community Shield. Then they finished outside the top 6.
There's many of those stats.
Yeah, I know.
Even I can
City's
say
the only
every time
team that has ever won
Burnley
it
gets
and
promoted,
gone.
Chelsea wins the league.
Arsenal won the Community Shield.
Hey, shout out to Arsenal. The dinner plate. What they won the dinner plate?
The last time Chelsea finished outside of the bottom, on the bottom half, next season they won the league. There's many of those things.
It doesn't count. That one doesn't count. But yeah, man.
Last time we bought a striker to win number 15.
I think that Community Shield just shows they're gonna serve City the league on a silver platter.
No, let's
shout out, Boom. It's been a great podcast. Last announcement,
good
FPL.
episode.
Do you want to touch on it?
Yeah. FPL is back. Full-time footy. FPL. Post the link on the description of the video. You can also we just put the link on the description. Join. Man.
Shout out to, I think men's race won our one, but we'll confirm
it. Is it men's race
it.
or Craig Manners something?
Craig Manners fell off, man.
Oh, yeah. Craig Manners is the one that fell off.
Craig Manners was on Craig. He's like Jack Grealish. I'm sure the City players, the reason they lost that thing is because they were still drunk from all the celebrations. Especially Jack Grealish. Did he play? But so what did we say for the winner of FPL we're doing? We have some interesting stuff happening this season. So
the incentive for this season, I think last season we tried to do something with money and it never really worked out. But this season it's clear. The FPL winner on our full-time footy league is going to get a kit for next season. So depending on which team they support or which kid they like, for next season it's on full-time footy.
For 24 25.
24-25.
Season.
It's on full-time footy.
YFY.
So
Hey, your employer
I'm
trained
already. Hey. Why am full name 17?
yeah, but yeah, so please join the league to stand a chance to grab yourself a free. Okay, it's not free for us, but yeah, for you.
From our
But
employer
also,
to you.
last question, which kit did you find to be cold? Except the ones that don't have a spot. That's why they have to throw back. They are recycling the material from the kit in 1990 something.
But you see, the Arsenal always has like cold.
Yeah, the second kit.
Yeah, it's always
the
cold.
second kit is cold.
Always cold. Even the
But
home
that
one, I like
that
it.
City home one is also dope.
But Arsenal, they always cook, man. But I also like to be honest, I like the Barcelona away one and the Madrid always just
Did you
change.
see the Dortmund black one? All black, boy.
Oh, it is.
Yo.
How can I do it? Yeah, but yeah, I think I like every time.
The Kosi one, Kosi new one.
Kaparotum.
Why buy a Kappa plus?
Yeah, let's go, James. Yeah, but shout out to prediction Sundowns versus Chiefs.
Man, I don't.
Prediction.
2-1.
Oh, actually, yeah, you can also predict who's going to win the league in South Africa.
It's the same thing as England. Who's going to control them?
Farmers League. Though.
If Sundowns win, it's going to be the 7th time in a row.
Yeah.
7 Emoyedi.
I know something.
Free Casedo.
Yeah, you can say it. No, shout out. Also, look out for us on Spotify this season. We coming full force.
TikTok.
Spotify came now. Danko.